everybody. It's me, Nina. Thought I would just let you know what kind of day that we've been having. And I see, there he is. He just got through washing some eggs. My niece texted him and wanted him to bring some eggs to the men's meeting tonight and send them home with her husband. So that's what he was up to. But yeah, we picked up our grandson from school, our oldest grandson. And I cannot believe it, you guys. That kid, he's 15. He'll be 16 this fall. And he is so tall. He was laughing and making fun of me and Papa because we're so much shorter than he is. I don't know how tall he is, but he is tall. And he said, I wonder how tall I'll end up. And I said, I don't know. You've got a couple years to grow yet. But yeah, he had fun. We want to get back into, we used to do it before the pandemic. You know, whatever they like to do. Like Leland likes thrift shopping. So that's what we did today. We went to my eye keeps twitching. We went to 3 different thrift stores with him. He found a few things that he really liked and wanted. So we got those for him. And then we asked him what he wanted for his dinner. And out of all the things that we named, he goes, well, you know, I kind of like McDonald's. And I said, well, honey, that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. So he wanted chicken nuggets, so we got him a big pack of the chicken nuggets and fries, and he enjoyed that. And then Papa drove us uptown, and there was a bakery up there, and he went in with his Papa. I sat in the car, and he picked out some type of fruit bar, but he said it was delicious. He really enjoyed that. So just to let him know, and I told him, I said, Leland, do you know why Grammy and Papa like to do this? And he was like, no, not really. And I said, well, you know, they grow up too quick, for one thing. Just seems like at a blink of an eye, you know, he was a toddler walking around and getting into things, you know, and now he's taller than me and Papa. And I told him, I said, honey, time goes too quick. And I want you to have memories of Papa and me taking you places. I said, I believe I was 13. And I remember going shopping with my grandparents, my mom's mom and dad. And I remember the little dress that they bought me. I was telling Steve everything about it. I remember. And so I said, Leland, I want you to have memories too of going places with us and just one-on-one by yourself. And of course, we'll do the same thing with the other 2. So he of course understood, and he liked the idea of it. I think he liked the idea of being a little spoiled by himself and getting to pick out what he got to do, because he wasn't sure until when we picked him up from school what we were going to be doing with him today. So he was like, what are we going to do? And I said, well, I thought about, and when I mentioned the thrift stores, he was like, oh yeah, I'd like to go. And I knew that he did. So that's why we chose that. Now Macy, we took her a few weeks ago to the carousel and got her little cookie and stuff. And I fixed her food here at home. So next will be Curtis, and I've got things planned for him. I'm not going to say on here because he watches some of the videos, and I don't want him to know ahead of time. I kind of like it to be a little secret for him. So, yeah, each child, of course, they're all different, just like we are all different, and they enjoy doing different things. So we try to pay attention to the things that they enjoy and they like to do, and then try to incorporate that into what we do for their fun day. Now, we did before the pandemic, we would take them to the movies like once a month and together. And pardon me?
I'm talking to Will.
Oh, he's talking to the dog. But yeah, we would take them to the movies and get them something to eat beforehand, and then get them snacks at the theater. And we all enjoyed that. So that's not a bad idea. Maybe this summer to try to do that once a month or something with them. But what do you guys do? Did you ever do anything special or fun, with your grandchildren? Let me know, and maybe I can incorporate some of those things into what, we're going to be doing with ours, especially this summer. So today I've been working on my diamond painting. So let me show you that. Show you what I'm eating for dinner. Stevie made this homemade chili the other day, and this is the last of it. He's going to a men's meeting at church, so they're going to be having food there. So I heated this up for me, and it is delicious. Here's my diamond painting that I'm still working on. I got a lot of it down here done today. And you know, I'm sure they're supposed to be all perfectly straight and stuff, but this was my first one I ever tried. So it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. I think it's turning out really pretty. So hopefully I'll get this done before 2 o'clock along. I don't think I ever showed you guys my shirt that my son and his wife and the kids got me. Let's see if I can just move this down a little bit. In a world full of grandmas, be a Grammy, which is what my grandkids call me, Grammy. It has been so dreary today here in Ohio, probably a lot of places. Like our yard needs mowed really bad, and it's just been raining and raining. And so I told Steve, I said, it seems like the weeds have popped up everywhere around the front yard. And I said, oh my goodness, I really need this yard. I need to get it mowed, and I've got weeding to do out there, and it's horrible. And I said, I think I'll work on that tomorrow. Steve just looked at me. I went, no. He said, yeah, it's going to start raining here again in a little bit. Rain all through the night and rain tomorrow. And I said, I'm telling you, it's going to be a mess by the time we do get out there. That's what makes it so hard to keep everything, you know, cleaned up and picked up and weeded. It's because we get those rains. It's almost like we live in a monsoon season anymore here in Ohio. Last year was the same way. We got so much rain early that it just took everyone forever to get their gardens out. I've got plants. Remember the plants I bought at the Amish place? I'm trying my best to keep them alive. A couple of them are a little puny looking, and the bottom leaves have fallen off. I'll show you here in a second. But it's like, oh, I just need, I told Steve, I said, if it doesn't stop raining, we can get those in the ground in the next few days. I'm going to have to buy either maybe just those red Solo cups, those cheap ones, like not the normal brand, but go down to the Family Dollar or Dollar Tree or something and pick some of those up and replant those plants in something larger, because they're getting kind of large to be in these little tiny dirt pods, you know. And I really want to get my beans and stuff out. So it's like, come on, please. I know the weather's supposed to be getting nicer as far as warmer in the 80s this coming week, I guess. But if it doesn't stop raining, that's not going to help me get these things in the ground. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. There we have them. See the ones over here, there's back there. They've lost their bottom. I think even this one a little bit. Their bottom leaves. And the sun hasn't been, we haven't had no sunshine in, I think, 3 days now. So what I did was I went and got, this is not a plant light, but I felt it, and there's a little bit of heat coming out, which is what I wanted, because it's a little chilly, you know, when the sun's not shining, and these are too tall to put one of those lids on. So I thought yesterday I put this light over top of them, and they seemed to like it. The ones that were looking like they were dying actually perked up. These over here, they actually look really good today. So it must be doing something for them. Hey, I wanted to show you too. The only thing that I found at the thrift stores out of the 3 that we went to was actually something that my mom's gonna love. I picked it up for her for Mother's Day. I had started getting her this kind of let's see, what is the name? They are called Charming Tales. This one is called Friends Are a Bushel of Fun. And I started getting her these type of little, with the mice on it. This is the first one I've seen with a raccoon. But years ago, I started getting her these, and she loved them. So the only place that I could find them at was down at a store in Amish country. So whenever we would go, I would pick her up something, you know, one of those little things. And they're expensive. I think I always paid around probably $25 to $30 for each of the little ones that I, you know, like this. This is actually one of the larger ones that I have gotten her. I think the other ones are a little bit smaller than this. But anyway, but I picked this up at that thrift store, and it was expensive for a thrift store. If you guys have noticed, it's not just food. Everything has gone up. Our thrift stores around here have all went way up, $2, $3 higher on items than what they used to be. But anyway, I still thought it was a great deal. I got it for $9.99, and I thought, you know, Mom really likes them. This is red, and you know, the apples are red, and Mom's kitchen has touches of red all through it. So I thought that is going to be perfect. So yep, I'm gonna wrap that all up for her for Mother's Day. And it's the thought that counts, right? I tell her every day when I talk to her on the phone that I love her, so and I mean it, and she knows that. So don't have to spend a whole lot of money if you don't have it. And my mother-in-law, Steve, found this, and I was kind of impressed because she loves, I guess that's where Steve got the love from. She loves to put together puzzles. So he found this. This is a bits and pieces puzzle, never been opened. Still got the cellophane or whatever wrapped around it. And they wanted $5 for this at the thrift store. So, you know, it was worth that. We went ahead and paid the $5. But look at that picture. Well, kind of there we go. Isn't that pretty? I think she's really going to like that. I told Steve, I said, that's a great idea. So he bought that for his mom for Mother's Day. I told him, you know, they're both 80 years old. And my mother-in-law she might be 81 now. But they have everything they need. They have everything they want. And if they want something that they don't have, you know, they just go get it themselves. So I still want them to have something, you know, to open up and to remember their day, you know, their Mother's Day. I look back now and I see things that I wish so bad that I would have done differently. But it's too late. And that's why I think that being a grandparent is the most amazing gift there is. And I mean that because you're not as nervous, or your anxiety isn't as high. You don't put so many expectations upon yourself. You are more laid back, you know, because you don't have the jobs to do when you're the parent. You know, you don't have to worry. Like, matter of fact, always when my grandchildren come over, even from when Leland was a baby, we always had things, you know, for him to play with. And I never worried about what the house would look like by the time he left. And I don't when they're all here. And with Macy has a big old hamper full of her toys, and she'll dump those in the living room. And I just laugh because memories, that's what it's all about. And if somebody comes over while they're here playing, I don't care. We had company one day, and a lady that used to be married to my uncle, and she walked in, she was like, whoa. And I said, yep. I said, that's how it is. You come to my house and my grandbabies are here. They are number one. And as long as they're not breaking stuff, if they're just playing and they make a mess with their toys, I don't care a bit. And, you know, they grow up so stinking fast. I was telling Leland today, I said, Bub, I cannot believe how time has went so fast. You know, I think back on my son and when he was little, we lived in Kentucky, and um, how quick those first couple years went, and then the rest of his life just went so quick. And it's like now with my grandchildren, I'm telling you, you don't even blink and they're grown up. It feels that way to me sometimes. So I want to learn, and I am learning, to settle down more and take the still days that, just like today, it was dreary and yucky, and we enjoyed being with each other, and Leland enjoyed shopping. And at first, I was with him because I wanted to spend time with him, and just he loves to talk and talk about things that he enjoys. And you know, a lot of times as adults, we don't really care to listen to a lot of the stuff because it's about maybe a game that they're playing online or whatever, and I don't know anything about that stuff. So when he was younger, I made my mind up. There's certain things that he really enjoys, and I thought to myself, if I only see him say once a week, or if I only get to spend maybe like an hour with him or a couple hours like today, I want him to feel like, yeah, I can talk to my Grammy about my games and stuff. And she listens. I've learned stuff over the years, but I still couldn't tell you the names of characters and all that he really gets into, he enjoys. But I thought that's what it's about. Taking a little bit of time and listening and caring. And he likes to ask me questions about what he's told me about, kind of like quiz me. And sometimes I get him right, and sometimes I'm totally wrong. He's my grandchild that he loves to read, he loves to draw and make characters and that type of stuff. And so I want to, I don't know, help our relationship grow as he grows. And this is for all of my grandchildren, but I'm talking more about Leland right now because that's who I spent the day, part of the time with today. But yeah, I wanna make him feel special enough that I, as a grandma, is gonna listen to him. And I want him to feel like he can tell me those things, that might be boring or whatever. But Grammy's going to listen, and I'm going to try my best to learn. And he listens to me, if we have something we want to talk about. If we're talking about, for instance, I don't know, the garden or whatever, he likes to learn, and he likes to listen to Grammy talk about that. Matter of fact, he planted beans, him and his brother Curtis, 2 years ago. Last year they didn't, and I can't remember, something was going on and they didn't get a help. So this year, when Curtis was here the other day, I told him, I said, you want to help plant beans and stuff this year? And if they're not busy, he wants to. Now, I don't know if Leland will. He enjoyed it, and what he enjoyed was seeing them grow. That's always exciting, I think. But kind of sharing what I love to do with my grandchildren and taking in a little bit of what they love. I want our relationship to be good. I had the best relationships with all of my grandparents, and I was blessed enough to have all of my grandparents until after I was married and had my son. Now, Leland my grandchildren are blessed also. They have both sets of their grandparents still. And it's so cool because I know what the other grandparents do with them. Not everything, but the kids tell me things that they enjoy, like their other grandmother loves to cook and bake. So their thing with her is they love everything that she bakes, and she takes time to teach them and make them special things, and they'll always remember that. Their grandpa, he just retired, and he's always been into racing. Let's see, I was trying to think of what time. Drag racing? I don't know. Something, whatever it's called. So the boys have listened and went to a lot of special things that he enjoys with them. So they bonded on that, plus a lot of other stuff. But I thought, it's a blessing. My grandkids are my biggest blessing in this life. And after my son, of course, the grandkids, it's amazing how God can and double and triple that love. That agape love is what it's the biggest love there is. And I just think it's amazing. So I want us to have that type of a relationship that I had with my grandparents. I still miss them. They've all been gone a long time, but I still miss them and I still have the best memories. And I told Leland today, that's what I want for you. I want you to remember me. I do. I want you to remember that Grammy walked around the thrift store with you and talked to you about things that you like and, it making memories. And, but he did say, because he's getting older, he did say, Grammy, at the second store, he said, you can go look at stuff that you like now if you want to. And I was like, okay, all right, I will. I gave him time. I knew what he wanted to just take his time and look and in peace. And I'm a lot like that too sometimes. So I went and looked at what I wanted to look at. Papa looked at what he wanted to look at, and Leland went and looked at what he wanted to look at. We didn't find any books. None of us did. We looked at those, and we didn't look at clothes or nothing. We looked at just the knickknacks, trinkets, all that type of stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to share my day with you guys today. I just feel blessed and I feel happy, and I just wanted to share a little bit of that. And with Mother's Day coming up, if you guys are blessed enough, anybody watching this, that you still have your mom, please let her know. She tried hard, I'm sure, to be the best that she could be to raise you. So let her know. And if you don't have much money, write her a letter. I guarantee you she would love that. Or grandmother. Oh my goodness. And don't forget to wrap your arms around their neck or, around them and tell them that you love them. Those 3 words are not just words. Those can melt a grown woman's heart. And so, yeah, just some little tips. It doesn't take a lot of money to make a mommy happy, that's for sure, or a Grammy happy. So God bless you all. I'm going to go take care of Willow. She's out on the laundry room, and I've got the gate up because she was bugging me when I was eating my chili. So I'm going to let her out, give her a treat, and say goodnight. Talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.